Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is the Guy 4 back again, bringing you an upgraded version of my Geargia deck. I'm going to start off real quick as usual with the staple 3 Geargia armor. Geargia armor is the flip effect, and then he gets to flip himself back down, and then when he's flipped, you get you search for a Geargia to your hand. Next is your beat stick 3 Geargia Arsenal. Geargia Arsenal gets 200 attack boost for each Geargia on the field, so he's at 15 originally. So himself included, he's on an auto 17 plus one more, he's a 19 beater, and then so on and so forth. He can get really powerful, and then you can tribute him and then special summon one Geargia in face-up defense, which usually you do for a armor, unless you have something else planned with an arsenal, or an accelerator, sorry. And that's who I'm doing next. 3 Geargia Arsenal, or sorry, Accelerator. Accelerator is what gets this deck fast. If you have a Geargia on the field, you can special summon him in face-up defense, and then you can go into your overlays, or I'll show you a monster in here, a great combo I have that really works with Geargia Accelerator. Next, this is a Machina Geargia deck, so obviously you have to have your staple 3 Machina Gear Frame. When he's normal summoned, you get to add a Machina from your deck to your hand, excluding Gear Frame. So your targets for him are 3 Fortress. Fortress is, if he's destroyed by battle, well, you get to discard machines to special summon him. Their levels have to equal 8, including himself. You can discard himself as well as something else. But if he's destroyed by battle, you get to pop a card on your opponent's side of the field. And if he's targeted by any card effect, you get to look at your opponent's hand and discard it. So that's a great way to see your opponent's moves. And then another target for Gear Frame is Cannon. Cannon is also a one that discards machines, but the best thing is he's a level 8, so he's perfect food for that Fortress. 1 Cyber Dragon, because it's nice to have, just in case you get in a little rut, or if you're running a mirror match, he's actually great. I'm thinking about siding another one for mirror matches. And this is the card that I recently added that has really upped this deck. Birdman. With Birdman, if you have a Geargia on the field, well, what he does is everybody should know what Birdman does, but if you don't, you can special summon him by bouncing one monster back to your hand, and then after that, after he leaves the field, he's banished then. But how he works is he's a tuner, so he's great for my extra deck I'll show you then. He's the reason that I cut down to only 1 Veiler, because Veiler's good for a tuner, but he's also a tuner. And I get 7s with him because all my main monsters are 4s. So you go for him. You bounce back your Accelerator if you have another Geargia on the field. So you have him in your hand. You flip your armor to get Accelerator. You special Accelerator, then bounce Accelerator back to your hand for Birdman. And then Accelerator can just get special summoned again, so you can use it for your Synchro. It's really great. Birdman has really sped up this deck. Next, we're going to go with 1 Veiler, because, like I said, I don't need tuners, and it's nice to always have 1 Veiler. So 1 Veiler, and then 1 Gores. Both are self-explanatory. And then that is it for the monster lineup. Next, let's go to spells. Another staple for this deck is Duality. Duality gets consistency with this deck. I have a tech in here, Forbidden Dress. Forbidden Dress is like Lance, except it lowers the attack by 600, and it cannot be destroyed by that monster cannot be targeted. Oh, what is it? Yeah, targeted or destroyed by other card effects. So it's not just spells and traps. It's also monster effects. So it's really nice. Next, to MST. I'm thinking about running a third, but right now 2 is running pretty well. And then staples, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Limiter Removal, and Pot of Avarice. That's all the spells. Let's round it off with some simple traps. A new tech in here. Actually, not a tech, it's a staple now. Threatening Roar. Threatening Roar is an old school card, but it is amazing. I haven't used this until recently because I didn't really see how good this could be. If your opponent MSTs it on obviously their turn or whatever, you set it, it's been set, they pop it, you can just chain it so they can't attack that turn. You can activate it while they're attacking. They just can't attack that turn, which is really, really good. So it protects things like armor, so you get your moves off. It really helps basically just protecting your monsters for at least one turn. The rest I only have one of, so I have one Compulse. I love Compulse. If I had an extra one, I would put another one here, but I gotta find another one, seriously. So I only have one Compulse. I use Compulse a lot for XY overlays. Like, if they're gonna XYZ on me, I'm gonna Compulse it, because, bye. That's pretty much it. Dimensional Prison, self-explanatory, same with Bottomless, Judgment, and Starlight Road. That is it for the main deck. That should be 40 cards. I'm going to switch over now to the extra deck. I have a Gore's Token, my nice little Karibo, Stardust Dragon, 2 Beret. Beret is a level 7, 26 attack, and once per turn he can switch one of your opponent's monsters' battle positions, which is really nice if you want to switch it to a defense position, like a face down to attack, or if you want to switch some high guy to defense so you can get over his attack, something like that. Then it's 1 Ancient Fairy. I haven't really found... this is basically my defense. It's a 3,000 defense. I don't really use it, but I have once just so I can protect myself for a little, because it's hard to get over a 3,000 defense. Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. I've only ever gone to this once because of mirror matches. He can get really, really beast. He's a Miracle Contact kind of monster, except you can use monsters from either side of the field. So if you're running a mirror match, you can use machines. He gets 1,000 attack for each machine used, including the Cyber Dragon, because you have to use Cyber Dragon. 1 Shockmaster, 2 Utopia, 1, 2, crap. 1 Geargia X. I would probably run 2, but one's plenty fine, because if I ever get into a real situation, I'm not really going to keep going back to him. I'm going to go to other things, like the next one I'll show you, Al. But Geargia X is the main monster, the XYZ. It's what made this deck really big, because Geargia X, 2 level 4 machines. Once per turn, you can detach to add 1 level 4 lower machine to your hand. So you can do this for Birdman, or you can, I usually use it for Birdman, or for Gear Frame. Because if you haven't normal summoned, he's great. He's really great for it. Next is Fairy King Alvredich. He's great because he needs 2 level 4 Earth monsters, and once per turn you can detach. All non-Earth lose 500 attack. He's a 23 himself, so he can get over anything that's non-Earth and 27 or less attack. It's really good. Then we have a Photon Papilloperative, a Maestroke, an Abyss Dweller, and a Gaga Cowboy. That is all of my deck. No need to show the side deck. It's basic staples. Again, this is my upgraded Geargia deck. The camera angle and all that shaking, I'm sorry, it's my phone again, but about the deck, just give me some comments. Make your own. Geargias are really nice. This one is very consistent. Give me comments, give me anything. This is the guy out.